The year is 2030 and we have just completed 10 seasons in the My Team career mode. Let's find out what exactly happened. So yeah, as I was making this video, I realised I didn't actually have much footage of what actually happened, and with autosave on, I couldn't exactly go back and get the footage.
What an idiot!
So instead I decided to improvise and make these pretty pictures. Also, just a heads up, I am not including my team in this, just the 10 actual F1 teams. So sorry to all those testy team fans out there. Aww. Right, so with all of that out of the way, let's crack on. So in the 2020 season, or season 1, not too much changed from the norm really, with Lewis Hamilton winning the driver's title and Mercedes claiming the constructors. So a gold star for both of them. There was also a few driver moves that happened, starting off with the legend Kimi Raikkonen, who decided to call his time on his F1 career and eventually retired. His seat at Alfa Romeo was taken up by Romain Grosjean, which resulted in George Russell moving to Haas and Guan Yu Zhou making his F1 debut for Williams. The last thing to note that happened in season 1 was that there was also a regulation change. Ooh. Would this regulation change have an effect in season 2? No, not at all. Lewis Hamilton claimed his 8th world title, along with Mercedes yet again winning the constructors title. With no driver transfers or regulation changes, let's move on to season 3. Valtteri 9.0, or whatever version of Valtteri we're on by now, managed to beat Lewis Hamilton and claim the driver's title. Bravo Valtteri, bravo. And as you've probably guessed, Mercedes won the constructors again. Now this is where it all gets a little bit tasty. The newly crowned champion, Valtteri Bottas, decides to do a Nico Rosberg and retire from F1. Unbelievable. But Mercedes make a great choice in his replacement in Carlos Sainz. This leads to McLaren signing Sergio Perez, then Racing Point signing Nicholas Latifi. Williams go on to sign another rookie in, now I have to get this name right and you'll see why in a second, Nobuharu Matsushita.
My name is Nobuharu Matsushita.
I think I got that right. And lastly, there was also another regulation change. Season 4 now, and we have another new driver's title winner in Carlos Sainz. Great job, Carlos. Again, Mercedes won the constructors, so yes, well done, another gold star for you. There was only one driver's transfer that happened in season 4, and that was Antonio Giovinazzi actually retiring and being replaced by Nick de Vries. Season 5, and Carlos Sainz had another great season, winning the driver's title and becoming a 2-time champ, just like his idol Fernando Alonso. We also have a new constructors champion in Red Bull. No driver transfers or regulation changes happen, so let's swiftly move on to season 6. Now you probably would be thinking that Max Verstappen should be winning this title, as Red Bull clearly had the best car last season. And you would be right, yes, Max did win the 2025 season, along with Red Bull claiming the constructors title once again. Again, there were no driver transfers in this season, but there was another regulation change. Into season 7 we go, and we find another first time winner of the driver's title, and that is everybody's favourite Twitch streamer, Lando Norris. However, Red Bull was still strong enough to claim the constructors title, so it really was a great job by Lando there. Okay, so this is where a lot of driver transfers happened. Sergio Perez not only decided to leave McLaren, but F1 entirely and retired from the sport. He was replaced at McLaren by Daniel Ricciardo, who ultimately was replaced at Renault by George Russell. Esteban Ocon also decided to retire from F1 and was replaced at Renault by Danny Kvyat. AlphaTauri got in Kevin Magnussen And at the same time as that, Pierre Gasly also decides to retire from F1 as well.
What is happening in here?
AlphaTauri then decided to have a Haas reunion and replace Gasly with Romain Grosjean. Speaking of Haas, they decided to go with 2 rookies in Jack Aitken and Luca Giotto. And finally, slotting in at Alfa Romeo is yet another rookie in Sergio Seta Camara. Oh, and as well as all of that, there was yet another regulation change. Season 8, and I really wasn't expecting this. Kevin Magnussen won the driver's title. Yes, Kevin Magnussen. However, AlphaTauri didn't win the constructors though. That went to their sister team, Red Bull. Again, there were several driver transfers, and let's start with the big one. 8-time drivers world champion Lewis Hamilton. And I'm not sure how #blessed he's going to be about this, but he moved to Haas. Haas. Replacing him at Mercedes was Lando Norris, and you know exactly what that means. The bromance is well and truly alive again. Romain Grosjean replaces Lando at McLaren as he is replaced by Jack Aitken at AlphaTauri. This allows reigning world champion Kevin Magnussen to join Haas, which is crazy to think that Haas is going to have 9 drivers' world titles driving for them. I mean, not literally, as that would just be stupid, but you know what I mean. Sergio Seta Camara fills the other AlphaTauri seat, whilst Luca Giotto moves to Alfa Romeo. Lastly, there is somehow yet another regulation change. 8 seasons down, 2 to go. And Season 9's driver title goes to Jack Aitken. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Obviously that AlphaTauri is absolutely rapid, and it must have been as they actually won the Constructors title too. There were also a few more driver transfers going into the final season. Charles Leclerc decided he didn't want to race in Season 10 and in fact just retired from F1. Ferrari replaced him with Alex Albon, who was ultimately replaced at Red Bull by the returning Daniel Ricciardo. Lance Stroll had had enough of being in his dad's F1 team and decided to move to McLaren, with Racing Point acquiring Sergio Seta Camara. Max Verstappen moved to Red Bull's sister team AlphaTauri, with the newly crowned champion Jack Aitken moving in the opposite direction. Lewis Hamilton obviously wasn't feeling it at Haas, as he moved on to join Max Verstappen at AlphaTauri. Ooh, tasty. This left a seat at Haas available, which was filled by rookie Mick Schumacher. The final season, Season 10, which was won by Lando Norris, his second driver's title, and the Constructors was also won by Mercedes, taking both crowns for the last season. So that's what happened over the 10 seasons. I also tracked the drivers' ratings with their starting, peak and final ratings shown on screen now. I'm not going to go through all of them, so if there's anyone you're specifically looking for, I'll leave this on the screen and you can just pause it quickly. Also, I only looked at the drivers that raced in these 10 seasons. Let's have a look at a few of them though. So the best driver rating was Max Verstappen at 96. The worst rated driver was Nobuharu Matsushita with a rating of only 73 at his peak. Eesh. The most improved driver was Mick Schumacher, who increased their rating by 20 from 60 to 80, which is pretty impressive. The unfortunate title of least improved driver was unfortunately Romain Grosjean, who actually went down 5 ratings over the course of the 10 seasons. And to finish with, the driver I was most surprised by. This was actually Nicholas Latifi, who went up 18 ratings to a peak of 87. I'm not sure if these ratings change for each new save of my team or it's the same for everyone, So these ratings could either be really useful or totally meaningless. Who knows? Either way, just keep an eye on Nicholas Latifi. Alright, so that was pretty much everything that went on over the 10 seasons of my team. There were some major surprises in there, like K-Mag winning the title, Hamilton driving for Haas, and even the fact that Vettel stayed with Ferrari for all 10 seasons. Crazy. Let me know in the comments what you thought was the biggest surprise. For me, it probably would be that Max only ended up winning one driver's title despite the fact that Red Bull won 4 constructors. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe to the channel. I've set the goal of trying to hit 1,000 subs this year, so if you want to support me with that, then make sure you're subscribed. Alrighty then, I've been Jumbo, and I'll see you in the next one.